We're waiting for one person to follow directions. Gregory, will you sit over there, please? Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Savstrom.
So we're going to continue where we left off, and I want to do a quick review of what we talked about. I want to do a quick review of what we talked about. The first thing that we talked about was the purple one, the long-term goals. The first one we talked about was the purple one, the long-term goals. What is a long-term goal?
A long-term goal is what you want to do when you grow up.
Okay, it's something that you want to do in the future, like a long time from now. What are some examples?
Some examples are you want to grow up and go to college and go to high school and get a job and a family.
Okay, are there any other ones that you thought of today that we haven't mentioned yet? Some other long-term goals?
I also thought about I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, another example for it is like that we always wanted, but we had to grow up and pass high school or college.
To do what?
To get a job or get something that only adults can get,
Like what?
like a butcher knife.
Okay, so if you want to get a butcher knife, that could be a long-term goal for you. Anyone else think of one original example? Remember, we're going to use our sign and we're going to pass. What's another example?
Another example is like for a job.
Yeah, we know those ones, but why don't you think really personally about you? So one thing that when I was a kid, I would dream about was to travel to other countries. I did not have a chance to do that. When I was a kid, I didn't really get to go traveling to other countries that much. So when I got to college, when I became a young adult, that was the thing that I wanted to do. I saved up my money so that I could take trips to other countries, and I did that. I went to Korea, Thailand, Philippines, Greece, Turkey.
Texas.
So Texas is a state, not another country, but that was one of the things that I did. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of long-term goals. I want to know some personal ones that you have. So let's go back to Gregory.
That I want to do a goal that I want to be a pilot.
Okay, so you're thinking specifically about your job. I want you guys to get away from job and get away from college and not talk anything about, my thing about traveling has nothing to do with college, it has nothing to do with job. It's just something that I thought would make my life exciting, something that would make my life better. So, that's fine, it's still going. I'm looking for something else because I think we hear that all the time. College, job. Those aren't necessarily the things that we're actually truly most interested in. Okay? I'm curious about your long-term goals that go beyond that. Just what do you want to do with your life? We'll go to Brian next.
I want to unveil the secret for making gold.
Unveil the secret for making gold. That's an excellent example. That's something that you want to accomplish in life.
Okay, my goal to be the one I be the one who will find Atlantis, what matter it takes.
So you're gonna find Atlantis no matter what. Let's go to Jalen. Excellent. That's where I'm going, guys. Nice examples.
Can I say 2 things that I always wanna?
Yes.
My first goal is I always wanted a samurai sword, the cut stuff.
So you want to own a samurai sword. I think that's a good goal, along with a butcher knife.
Yes.
Okay, so those
And
are those.
also, I always want to go to Utah where Miss Morris lived.
Go to Utah so that you understand where Mr. Morris came from and want to know more about that place. Okay. Let's go to Gregory, then Nakia, and then back to me.
Like the goal I want to accomplish is go to another country like California.
California. That's actually in America, but that's another state. How about another country like Mexico, Canada, France, England, China, Japan, Russia, South Africa, Egypt, Brazil. What would be a country that sounds interesting to you?
Sandwich.
Sandwich?
Oh yeah.
I think that's a city in England. But yeah, that could be. I think there really is I think there is a place called Sandwich.
It's in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. It's in Massachusetts? Okay. Let's pass to Nakia and see what she's thinking about. What's popping into your head, Nakia? Bring it back. 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 Can you do it a little louder? You can, but it needs to be a little louder so we can hear.
Can also be
Yes.
I am going to be doing gymnastics when I get 11.
When you get to be 11. Okay, so that's a good goal.
And I'm going to be a singer.
Is that when you're 11 or when you're older?
I don't know how to sing, but
You already know how to sing. Okay, so when you think about yourself when you're like 25, what do you see? Like you're tracking. I love your tracking. Thank you. Very respectful. Well, I know that you're interested in singing and dancing. Sorry, singing, gymnastics, and dancing, right? So when you just picture yourself, close your eyes. You see yourself, you're a 25-year-old young lady. What do you see for yourself? What are you doing? Where are you? What is your life like?
my life is being talented
Being talented, and what are you doing?
and singing on stage.
Okay, singing on stage. I like that. Okay, so we talked about excellent long-term goals, and now I want to ask you the question, going to that connection that we talked about. Why does the work we do in class matter for achieving our long-term goals? Who thinks they can sum it up in one sentence? Why does the work we do in class, in math, reading, science, social studies, why does that matter for achieving our long-term goals? A lot of people have ideas. I saw Jalen first, so I'm going to go with Jalen. If he needs some help, I'll go to Greg.
Alright, all this work that we do matter because it's about if anybody asks an equation, or can they read or help us with something, we would know the answer, and if we didn't work on all of that stuff, we won't know, and nobody will know the answer or the equation.
Good, so that's completely different. I like that's an original thought. Let's have, which is all true. I want Gregory to summarize the things that we talked about earlier. We asked the question, why does the work we do in class matter? How is it connected to our long-term goals? Can you go back to what we talked about earlier and sum it up for us?
That the works that in classes that matters because that we can get smarter and learn new things around us in the world.
Mm-hmm. When we talked about it earlier, we said 3 different things, and they're right there.
Good jobs need math and reading skills.
Right, good jobs need math and reading skills.
And help other people.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Like help other people. Like when somebody's struggling with a problem, you can ask a teacher to help that person. And,
Okay. Or you could help them, right?
Yeah.
And then explain that last one that we talked about. That one I think is interesting.
And to learn new things and understand the world.
Right, so we learn new things, and that helps us understand the world around us. Okay? Other question for you, Joshua. Why is it important to do things that are challenging?
It's important for us to do things that are challenging so it can help us for the future.
Right. What happens if we just do something that's easy or something that we already know how to do every day?
If you do something that's easy, then we won't know how to do the hard stuff. If we're doing a job or making a building or building something skeleton.
Okay,
Into a flower.
cool. One of the other things, what's that? Oh yeah. One of the other things that we talked about earlier was the green poster. What does the top of the green poster say, Gregory?
So, and
Who remembers that word? We said it a few times earlier. Jalen, what's the top of that green poster? I thought you knew.
I ain't get tell you. I was about to say the word is self-advocacy.
You're very close. Let's let Gregory try it again. Read it. Sound it up. You got it, Joshua? Let's go to Joshua.
Self-advocate.
Self-advocate. What it actually says, that's completely right. What that word says is self-advocacy. Let's say it together on 2, 1, 2. Self-advocacy. And we are self-advocates, right? We are self-advocates. That means to speak up for yourself in order to get what you want. Okay? One of the things that you need to do as students is to get help when you need it, right? And what are some of the ways that we get help, Brian?
we can help each other.
We talked about it earlier. I need you to put the glasses on, catch this, and then look at the green poster. What were some of the ways that we decided that we can get help?
Ask a teacher, ask somebody
Nearby.
Ask a parent or a family member, ask a friend, ask your
Joshua, help him with that
Art
word. Read that one again, Brian.
as your sweetheart, as a leader, or
Sound out that last word. E-X-P-E-R-T.
expert.
E-X-P-E-R-T. 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 Okay. Last thing we talked about was the orange poster. What does the top of the orange poster say? Nakia. Read the big idea on the orange paper, on the orange poster.
Relationships.
Relationships. And what was the first question that we talked about?
How do your friendships help you in this class?
And choose somebody who can answer that question. How do your friendships help you in this class or in school? Two people are signaling. Thank you.
Friends can help you with academic work.
What does it say? There's no M.
Academic work.
Caitlin, what is academic work? It's a fancy word, but what is academic work?
Academic work is 100% correct.
No.
It
It should be. I hope it is. But what is like when you say your academics? Focus on your academics. Focus on your academic work. Let's go back to Gregory.
Academic work is like math, reading, science, and music.
It's your schoolwork. It's your what?
schoolwork.
Academic work is your.
Schoolwork.
Academic work is your.
Schoolwork.
Schoolwork is your.
Academic work.
And academic work is your.
Schoolwork.
So schoolwork is your.
Academic work.
And academic work is your.
Schoolwork.
What's another way that friendships can help you in this class?
Friends can remind you of stuff that you don't remember that you did a long time ago, can I make an example?
Yeah.
It's like you're in college and they give you a type. Well, they don't actually give you it, but they give you a type of high school equation I know one. 12W
12W.
minus 12W.
12W minus 12W. Wow, that does sound hard.
And you ask a friend and they tell you the answer and they say the answer is 0 and that's the correct answer. So the 12W minus 12W is 0.
So a friend's going to give you reminders. Okay, they can help you out with that stuff. I see somebody signaling.
No.
All right, Brian, what's another way that your friendships help you in this class? And we'll go to Nikita next.
Okay, first give you reminders.
That's what he said. What's another way that friends help you in the class?
Friends can calm you down when you're
Help him, Gregory.
stressed and give you a good vibe.
What's that word, Gregory? Well, who said that one originally? Was that Kenton?
Yeah.
Kenton said, friends can calm you down when you're stressed and give you a good vibe. Give you good vibes. And what's that last one, Nikia? What's the last one that we talked about? Friends can motivate you. What does that mean, to motivate somebody? That's part of it. Who can explain a little bit more specifically if you're motivating somebody? Like, your coach might motivate you. Miss Bieber might motivate you. Who can explain the definition of motivate?
I think the definition of motivate is like they cheering you.
They're cheering you on, they're trying to pump you up to do your best, right? They're trying to make you do your best. Okay? So that's pretty much what we talked about. Are there any last comments that people want to make about these three big ideas? I see one person signaling. Go ahead. Let's keep it simple, one sentence, okay?
Alright, one sentence about. So you're saying one sentence about.
Just what you want, anything that you're thinking about.
Alright. Anything I'm thinking about here is. Wait. Alright. I'm thinking about how you can help other people in other ways.
Okay, what would be another way?
Like, it's the same thing that I said, but it's in reverse that your friend asks you, you know what 12 W minus 12 W.
And then you
say the answer is 0, and then they might ask you another question.
Okay, so the friendship can go both ways, right? The reminder can go both ways. Cool.
I give it to.
Did you have something else that you wanted to say before we wrap it up?
Okay.
Wow, you're handling that so nicely. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Oh, okay. Before we wrap this up, I want to ask you one more thing about friendship.
Okay.
A friendship is supposed to be, if you're feeling down, you always have a friend with you. He goes at your side. You could be different, but you could change your thing or change your friend what it is.
Good. So your friends can cheer you up when you're feeling down.
Mhm.
That's definitely another way
But
that they can help you.
friendship can change for a bit.
Like how?
Like you can change, like you be the same, like you do the same thing, but sometimes you don't do the same thing. But friendship will talk about what they did to see the world or go someplace else. They tell you what they did, and it reminds you to be like you're in a place.
That's a really interesting thought, Brian. I appreciate that. You guys agree with him? Sounds good. Should we do one more round of telephone and then we'll wrap it up? Let's have Jalen come up with the sentence. Okay? Let's have Jalen make up the sentence. Now, it has to be something that's kind of like short, okay? It can't be too long, otherwise it just gets too difficult. So it just needs to be one short sentence. You're going to whisper it to Joshua, and it's going to get all the way around to me. You're going to whisper it to Joshua, and then it's going to get all the way around to me. Oh, that's right, we forgot the talking piece. Nope, you can't say it again, you gotta just go with what you heard. A bath light went in a blue wave.
What?
What was it, Jalen?
No, I said the penguins do not like hot things.
The penguins do not like hot things. Is that what you heard, Joshua?
No.
Okay.
I heard a
penguin does. I heard a penguin does not like fire on water or anything else.
Or what about Joshua doesn't like hot wings? Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
What?